everyone. So this is the second session of Advances in Food Analysis, and in this session we'll be studying about the UV visible spectroscopy. So what basically is UV visible spectroscopy? Spectroscopy basically is the study of the properties of matter through its interaction with various types of radiations, which mainly are electromagnetic radiations of the electromagnetic spectrum. About the electromagnetic spectrum we have studied in the last slide. Spectrometric techniques. Spectrometric techniques are a large group of analytical methods that are based on atomic and molecular spectroscopy. Spectrometry and spectrometric methods refer to the measurement of intensity of radiation with a photometric transducer or other types of electronic devices. The UV spectrometry is one of the oldest instrumental techniques of analysis and is the basis of the number of ideal methods for the determination of micro and semi-micro quantities of analytes in a sample. Okay, it concerns with the measurement of the consequences of interaction with electromagnetic radiation in the UV or the visible spectrum with the absorbing species like atoms, molecules or ions. So what are the characteristics of UV visible spectrum? Okay, so coming to the origin and characteristics of the UV visible spectrum, it results from the interaction of electromagnetic radiation in the UV visible region with molecules, ions or complexes. It forms the basis of analysis of different substances such as inorganic, organic and biomolecules. These determinations find applications in the research, industry, clinical laboratories and in chemical analysis of environmental samples. It is therefore important to learn about the origin of the UV visible spectrum and its characteristics. Radiation and energy. Radiation is basically a form of transmitted energy. Electromagnetic radiation is named because it has electric and magnetic fields that simultaneously oscillate in planes mutually perpendicular to each other and to the direction of propagation through space. Electromagnetic radiation has a dual nature, that is, it exhibits wave properties and particulate properties. Okay, coming to the nature of light. So light is a form of energy. Energy can be transferred from one point to another either by particle motion or by wave motion. Accordingly, different theories on the nature of light have been proposed. The important theories are as follows: particular-like theory and electromagnetic wave theory. Wavelength is the distance between two consecutive peaks or troves in a wave. The distance between any two adjacent identical points in a wave given the notation lambda. Wavelength unit is 1 angstrom is equal to 10 to the power minus 10 meter. Frequency. Frequency is the oscillations per second or cycles per second. Wave number is the number of wavelengths that pass a fixed point in one unit of time. Particle properties. To describe how electromagnetic radiations interact with matter, consider a beam of radiations as a train of photons. The energy of each photon is proportional to the frequency of radiation given by the relationship C is equal to nu lambda. C is the velocity is equal to 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second in vacuum, and C is independent of n in vacuum. E is equal to h nu. Nu is the frequency and E is the energy of radiation. The higher the frequency, the higher the energy of the radiation. That is, a photon of high frequency has higher energy content than one of lower frequency, that is longer wavelength. The nature of electromagnetic radiation. The electromagnetic spectrum is composed of a large range of wavelengths and frequencies. It varies from a highly energetic gamma rays to a very low energy radio waves. The entire range of radiations is commonly referred to as electromagnetic spectrum. The major spectral regions of the spectrum are shown in the figure below, and the divisions are based on the methods required to generate and detect the various types of radiations. Absorption and emission of radiations. The electromagnetic radiations tend to interact with matter in a number of ways. If the interaction results in the transfer of energy from the beam of radiant energy to the matter, it is called absorption. The reverse process, in which a portion of internal energy of matter is converted into radiant energy, it is called as emission. In emission process, species in an excited state can emit photons of characteristic energies by returning to lower energy states or ground states. Part of the radiation which passes into matter instead of being absorbed may be scattered or reflected or may be re-emitted at the same wavelength or a different wavelength depending upon emerging from the sample. Radiation which is neither absorbed nor scattered may undergo changes in orientation or polarization as it passes through the sample. Absorption of radiation. Now talking about the absorption of radiation. Absorption of radiation by matter always involves a loss of energy by the radiation and a corresponding gain in energy by the atoms or molecules of the medium. Energy absorbed from the radiation appears as increased internal energy or increased irrational or rotational energy of the atoms and molecules of the absorbing medium. As a general rule, translational energy is not directly increased by absorption of radiation, although it may be indirectly increased by degradation of electronic energies or by conversion of rotational or vibrational energies to that of the translation by intermolecular collision, as shown in the figure below. Atomic absorption. As the name suggests, the atomic absorption spectra are the spectral readings obtained when electromagnetic radiations are absorbed by atoms. These spectra are used for the study of certain atomic reactions when the process requires some energy to activate an atom. The transition of an electron from low energy level to higher energy level takes place by the absorption of photons of certain energy. Molecular absorption. Atomic spectra are much more complex than atomic absorption due to the large number of possible energy states. The energy of a band in a molecular absorption spectrum is the sum of three different energy components. Absorption spectrum of a material is absorbed radiation of different frequencies which is determined by the atomic and molecular composition of the material. Only those radiations of particular frequencies are generally absorbed which match with the energy radiations between two quantum mechanical states of the molecule. This absorption between two states is known as absorption line, and a spectrum has many lines. So it passes through many phases such as interaction of matter with radiation. Either absorption will take place or emission will take place and spectrum will be developed. Ultraviolet spectroscopy is the measurement of the attenuation of a beam of light after it passes through a sample or after reflection from the sample. The visible spectrum ranges from 400 nanometer to 800 nanometer. The color we see depends upon the wavelength. The color of the substance is determined by which color of the light it absorbs and which color it transmits or reflects. That's all for this session. Thank you.